Yeah, we're fired up to be here. We're fired up to get out and practice, so I actually got to head out here very shortly. So,
What is the mindset? Just looking ahead to
yeah, focus on New York and what they bring to the table, how we can get better as a defense, and today is a good start for that.
what's your assessment of Dark into the year?
He's a great player.
Robert, the run defense number stopped on the bust one time to stand the chosen. What is there any sort of reasoning behind that? I know you guys have talked a little bit.
We're going to continue to play team defense, trust each other, make the tackles, make big plays, and get the drive stopped when we need to.
What is it? It's either plenty they kind of really got guys in and out. That changed about them and coaching staff suddenly to start running. You more specifically kind of stayed up.
Yeah, they lead the league in attempts. They want to run the football. They want to give them advantageous third downs, third and manageable, so we got to put them behind the sticks.
How much did yesterday just kind of offer a chance to reset, and the fact that you guys have an extra day now to?
Yeah, an extra day with our families, with our loved ones is cherished, and we're here back at work, ready to get to it. So yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Still my job, not trying to do too much, and just keeping my head in every day.
The guys were raving about something you did for them, kind gesture yesterday. What made you do that?
Just because I've been in that situation where I've been, the guy who doesn't really have anywhere to go, so just trying to help out.
And what was that atmosphere like?
It was cool. It was cool. Nice getting together with the same guys.
And how about the food? How did you find someone to do that for?
My team nutritionist.
Really? Cory, this defense, what is your thought about the challenge the Giants present on Monday night for this defense?
I feel like they're a really good offense. I don't think their record indicates how good they are. I feel like Jackson Dart, he's going to be a really good player in this league. He moves around well in the pocket. I feel like, they're playing for him. So, it's easy to play for a guy like that. We have a good quarterback. It's easy to play for Drake. So when you have somebody at quarterback who can make plays, it's easy to, get behind them.
Cory, I've got a question about special teams and your movement and the way you guys had to adjust during the course of the game. Field goal PAT. Can you take us through the process for you personally, like the experience you had in that role coming into the NFL and how you do it during the game, especially when you move from one side to the other?
I've actually never played any field goal before, so it was definitely an adjustment. we don't really practice at full speed in practice, so my first live rep was in a game against the I don't remember. I want to say the Falcons, maybe.
Okay,
one of those teams, but I enjoy it. It's an opportunity for me to talk smack to some guys on defense, so I take advantage of it.
You get. I'll show you. How do you make sure your feet don't get entangled in there? Because you're coming backward as opposed to going forward. You get the wing and the tackle. Or
you just gotta have a feel for it. I feel like as a professional football player, we're pretty good. We get pretty good at being in. Yeah, you get a good feel for having tangled up feet and not falling. So.
Cory, go for it. What's the thought process like? The first rep in the National Football League at something you've never done before. You hadn't done before.
It's always the best spot. It's pretty nerve-wracking at first because you see games every week where they're won or lost by a point, and you don't want to be that guy that stood up for the team, and so that's what I think about when I'm out there. I just don't want to be the guy that messes it up and we not get the point. So,
Cory, when Coach McMillan was asked to describe you in one word, he used the word fighter. Where does that mentality come from for you?
It's just obviously my career so far where I've been in the league, being on different teams and, kind of just fighting for my keep. That's what I've had to do since I've been in the league, having a great college career to kind of being humbled when I got here, first got into the league. I've had to fight for what I've got. So, I'm still fighting to just try to keep it where I'm at. So,
in this matchup with the Giants, a team you're familiar with because you were with them, what are your thoughts just on that aspect of this week's matchup?
Just being the first team in the league to get 11 wins, trying to, that's something that we've talked about all week. We're the first team to 10, we're the first team to 11. So,
I know you guys in the defensive line are very prideful. And there was a lot of conversation at the start of the year with the run defense numbers. The run defense numbers kind of slipped a little bit. What's the conversation like? I know we've talked with a handful of guys forward? I talked about defensive line coach.
Get back on track, you know. Just get back on track. Get back what we're doing. You know, get back to the fundamentals. What we did at the beginning of the year. It's nothing that they're doing. It's more so what we're doing. But I mean, it is the NFL, so you know, plays are gonna happen. They get paid too. So you got to keep that in mind.
Is there anything about that run game that stands out for you? The Giants' run game. They still be committed. They're very committed to running the ball.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you have to respect that mentality, you know, in the NFL. Once a team that wants to establish the run, you know, you love to see that being a defensive lineman because it's the kind of game you want to play in. So,
Cory, thanks for the time.
no problem. Thank you, guys.